Welcome to PurposePath TV. Today's message is simple but urgent. You were born for more. If you've ever asked yourself, why am I here? What's my real purpose in life? How do I stop feeling lost or stuck? Can I become what I want? Is this what life has to offer? This video will guide you to the answers. On PurposePath TV, we don't sugarcoat or waste time. No petting, no joking, just clear direction to help you live with meaning, focus, and success. My friend, life is not an accident. You are not just a random being on earth, drifting through days like a leaf in the wind. Deep within you is a divine assignment, a purpose that gives meaning to your existence. Yet too many live as though they have none, working, sleeping. This video is not entertainment. It is a call to awakening. A reminder that you were born for more. Today, I am here to tell you, stop living like you have no purpose. Too many people are walking through life like shadows of themselves. Waking up, going to work, scrolling on their phones, eating, sleeping, repeating. But deep inside, they know this isn't it. I was made for more than this cycle. It's time, break the cycle. This video is a wake-up call. A reminder that God didn't put you here to just exist. He put you here to live, to influence, to build, to become. You are not an accident. You are not random. You are not empty. You carry purpose. You carry greatness. You carry destiny. You are here on a divine assignment, not by accident. You were not born to merely exist, pay bills, and fade away. You were born for more. But here's the tragedy, ladies and gentlemen. Too many people are living far below the life they were created for. They wake up, go through the motions, chase empty things, and die never touching the purpose that was inside of them. You are not a mistake, you are not an accident, and you are not purposeless. Before you ever took your first breath, God had already written your story. Before you ever cried your first cry, heaven already had a plan with your name on it. Jeremiah 1 verse 5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb I knew you, before you were born I set you apart." Think about that. Before your parents even thought about you, before the world even saw you, God had already stamped purpose on your life. But here's the problem, too many of us have forgotten who we are. We've traded identity for survival. We've traded vision for distraction. We've traded purpose for comfort. And because of that, we settle. We shrink. We live small. But hear me and hear me clearly. You were born for more. More than the pain you've been through. More than the failures you've experienced. More than the limitations others tried to put on you. More than the fear that whispers, fear and discouragement to your heart. No. Inside of you, there is greatness waiting to be awakened. Inside of you, there is a calling that this world desperately needs. Inside of you, there is a light that no darkness can put out. And today, I'm here to remind you of that truth. To shake you awake. To tell you, stop living like you have no purpose. Stop hiding when the world needs your voice. Stop waiting for permission to live. Because your time is now. God give you purpose. The myth of accident. You were never random. Look at creation, nothing was created without intention. A tree has purpose. Rivers have purpose. The sun rises and sets with purpose. If everything in creation has purpose, why would you, the most complex, intelligent, and spiritual being God created, have none? You are not here by chance. You were born in the family you were born, in the generation you were born, in the place you were born, for a reason. Say this with me: I am chosen. I want you to understand it. You are chosen. No sugarcoat here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gently tap your chest and say, I am chosen. Understanding purpose. Purpose is not about a job title, money, or fame. Purpose is the why behind your breath. It is the reason God placed you on earth in this generation and not another. It is what gives your pain meaning and your victories weight. Without purpose, people chase shadows. With purpose, even the smallest step becomes powerful. Your purpose is not something you create, it's something you discover. The lie of mediocrity. Most people don't fail because they lack potential. They fail because they settle for mediocrity. They accept a life that is smaller than the one they were created for. Mediocrity is a lie that whispers in your ear. Just survive. Just get by. Don't dream too big. Stay in your lane. And sadly, many believe it. They let society, their environment, and even their fears convince them that greatness is reserved for someone else. For the rich, for the talented, for the lucky, but not for them. But I want to tell you something powerful today: mediocrity is not your portion. When you choose mediocrity, you are not just rejecting your potential, you are rejecting your purpose. Because God did not breathe life into you for you to play small. He didn't design you in His image so you could just exist without impact. Let's be honest, mediocrity feels safe. It feels comfortable. It doesn't require much risk, and it doesn't demand much of you. But comfort zones are where dreams go to die. Think about it. Every person who has ever changed the world had one thing in common: they refused to settle. Let me repeat it. Never settle. Live your purpose. David could have stayed a shepherd boy, but he chose to face Goliath. Joseph could have accepted prison as his final destination, but he kept believing in his dream. Esther could have lived quietly in the palace, but she chose to step into her destiny and save her people. What if they had stayed comfortable? What if they had believed the lie of mediocrity? Their purpose would have been buried. And the same is true for you. Your life will never rise higher than the standards you set for yourself. If you set the bar at average, you'll live average. If you raise the bar to purpose, to vision, to discipline, you'll live extraordinary. Mediocrity is not harmless. It is destructive. It kills vision. It suffocates passion. It blinds you to what's possible. It makes you think good enough is enough. But good enough is not what you were created for. You were created to thrive, to expand, to impact, to leave a mark. The world doesn't need another average person. It needs the fullness of who you are, operating in your God-given purpose. So hear this: stop shrinking to fit in. Stop dimming your light so others can feel comfortable. Stop lowering your standards so you don't get criticized. Because every time you choose mediocrity, you rob the world of the gift that is you. Today, I dare you to say, no more. No more living small. No more hiding behind excuses. No more pretending you don't matter. Small thinking kills big destinies. If you keep believing you are ordinary, you'll keep living below what you were designed for. You don't honor God by shrinking. You honor Him by maximizing every gift, every talent, every opportunity. Signs you're living without purpose. You know you're living without purpose when you wake up tired, even after sleeping, because life feels like repetition with no direction. You envy others constantly instead of discovering what's inside you. You feel busy but empty. If this describes you, don't condemn yourself. Recognize it. Awareness is the first step to change. Accept to change your life and walk in purpose. The danger of living without purpose. Nothing is achieved. When you live without purpose, life becomes heavy. Depression rises. Addictions grow. Time is wasted. A man without purpose is like a car without direction, moving but going nowhere. This is why so many people feel tired even though they haven't done much, because meaningless living is exhausting. Purpose energizes. Purpose gives direction. Purpose gives peace. The cost of living without purpose. Every day without purpose is a day wasted. Time is the one resource you never get back. Living without purpose costs you your peace, because without direction, you're always restless. Your potential, because gifts unused become buried. Your legacy, because no one remembers those who only survived. The world remembers those who lived with intention. The price of purpose. Let me tell you something most people won't. Purpose is not cheap. It will cost you something. You see, everyone wants the glory of purpose, but not everyone wants the price of purpose. We love the idea of being called, chosen, and impactful. But purpose is not built in comfort, it's forged in sacrifice. When you say yes to your purpose, you must also say no to many other things. You can't live like everybody else. You can't waste time like everybody else. You can't chase distractions like everybody else. Because purpose requires focus. Purpose is expensive, but wasted life is even more costly. Look at history. Every man or woman who walked in purpose had to pay a price. Joseph had a dream of greatness, but before the throne, he tasted betrayal, slavery, and prison. David was anointed king, but before the crown, he faced rejection, hiding in caves, and fighting giants. Jesus himself came to earth with a divine mission, but before the resurrection, he had to endure the cross. Purpose demands discipline. Purpose demands sacrifice. Purpose demands patience. And that's why so many people abandon it. They want the crown but not the cross. They want the stage but not the secret struggle. They want the breakthrough but not the process. But hear me, purpose is not for the faint-hearted, it's for the willing-hearted. Sometimes, the price of purpose will be loneliness. Because not everyone will understand you. Sometimes, the price of purpose will be delay. Because God is preparing you in the hidden seasons. Sometimes, the price of purpose will be criticism. Because when you rise, people will question, mock, and misunderstand you. Those are not signs that you've missed your path. They are signs that you are on the right one. The fire you walk through is not to destroy you, but to refine you. The delays are not to deny you, but to prepare you. The pressure is not to crush you, but to shape you. You cannot shortcut purpose. If you skip the process, you miss the power. Yes, purpose will cost you. It will cost your comfort, your time, your excuses. but it will give you something far greater in return: impact, fulfillment, legacy, and eternal significance. So don't run from the price. Pay it. Because the reward of purpose is always greater than the pain of sacrifice. And let me leave you with this in this section: if you think purpose is expensive, try living without it. That's the most costly life of all: a life wasted, a life unlived, a life that never answered its call. The power of vision. Purpose without vision fades. Vision is a picture of the future you want to create. Vision will pull you through dark days. Vision will discipline you when distractions come. If you don't have a vision, you'll keep being hired to fulfill someone else's. Close your eyes and see it: the life you were meant to live, the impact you were meant to have, the people you were meant to lift. Hold that vision tight. Discovering your God-given assignment. We are gradually entering the sweetest part of the discovery. Don't leave now. Subscribe, like, and let's continue. Your purpose is not something you invent, it's something you discover. You discover it by asking, what burns in my heart? What problems do I feel called to solve? What brings me alive when I do it? What do people always come to me for? Your gift is the clue to your calling. Your pain is the clue to your mission. Sometimes, the very thing you struggled with is the area God wants you to lead in. How to discover and walk in your purpose. Now that we know you were born for more, now that we've exposed the lie of living without purpose, the question remains: how do you discover your purpose? And how do you walk in it? Let me break it down. 1. Look within. Your gifts are clues to your purpose. God never sends a person into this world empty. You came loaded with gifts, talents, and passions. What comes naturally to you? What makes you feel alive when you do it? What problem do you feel deeply burdened to solve? These are not accidents, they are clues to your calling. A fish doesn't struggle to swim. A bird doesn't struggle to fly. And you won't struggle when you are moving in the lane God designed for you. 2. Look around. Purpose is always bigger than you. Purpose is never selfish. It's never just about money, cars, or fame. Purpose is always about service. Ask yourself, whose pain am I meant to heal? Whose life am I meant to impact? What need can I meet in this generation? Hear this: if your dream only benefits you, it's too small. Real purpose will outlive you, bless others, and echo in eternity. 3. Look above. True purpose comes from God. You cannot discover purpose apart from the one who created you. The creation does not tell the Creator why it exists, it's the Creator that reveals it. So stop asking the world to define you. Stop letting social media, friends, or culture tell you who you are. Go back to your source. In prayer, in God's word, in stillness, He whispers direction. If you seek Him, He will show you why you're here. 4. Start small, stay consistent. Many people delay their purpose because they are waiting for a perfect stage, a perfect time, or a perfect opportunity. But purpose is not discovered in waiting, it's discovered in doing. Start where you are. Use what you have. Serve with what is in your hand. Consistency builds clarity. Remember David? He discovered his purpose fighting lions and bears in secret, long before facing Goliath in public. Your small acts of obedience today are training you for the big stage tomorrow. 5. Surround yourself with the right people. Purpose thrives in the right environment. If you walk with dream killers, your vision will die. But if you walk with encouragers, mentors, and believers, your purpose will grow wings. The wrong company will confuse you. The right company will confirm you. So ask yourself, do my friends push me closer to my purpose, or pull me further from it? My friend, your purpose is waiting. The world is waiting. But it starts with you, choosing today to rise, to seek God, to pay the price, and to walk the path you were born to walk. Because life is too short to wander without direction. An eternity is too long to waste on the wrong assignment. Practical steps to walk in purpose. Purpose is not just theory, it's practice. Here are steps. 1. Seek God first, He is the giver of purpose. Ask your Creator why He made you. Purpose begins with Him. 2. Examine your gifts, what do you do naturally that helps others? 3. Study your passions, what sets your soul on fire? 4. Look at your pain often, your deepest struggle reveals the mission you're called to solve. 5. Start small, purpose is not found in thinking, but in doing. Begin where you are. 6. Develop your gifts, sharpen your skills, read, practice, learn. 7. Surround yourself with the right people, purpose thrives in the right environment. 8. Refuse excuses, you don't need to be ready, you just need to start. You were born for more. Inside you is more strength than you've shown, more greatness than you've released, more potential than you've used. You were born for more than bills, more than routines, more than survival. You were born to create, to lead, to inspire, to solve problems, to impact lives. You carry something the world desperately needs. Don't let it die inside you. You see, your purpose is not about you alone, it's about who you are called to impact. Purpose always points outward. It's not selfish. It doesn't say, how can I get more? It asks, how can I give more? How can I serve more? How can I make this world better because I was here? And when you begin to answer that call of purpose, something shifts inside you. Life becomes bigger than survival. Work becomes more than a paycheck. Struggles become part of a greater story. Because when you live with purpose, even your failures teach you. Even your setbacks shape you. Even your pain produces something greater in you. Friend, I came to remind you today, don't chase money, chase purpose. Because if you chase purpose, money will find you. But if you chase money, you'll forever be empty, no matter how much you have. Purpose is calling you. Will you answer? Today, make a decision. Stop living like you have no purpose. You were born for more, so rise up and live like it. If this message touched you, don't just watch and move on. Share it with someone. Subscribe to this channel, PurposePath TV, where we remind you that your life has meaning. Because you were not born to just exist. You were born to live with purpose.